Tim Tebow makes his first tweet as a New York Jet, and here they are. I've already said it 44 times, so here goes number 45. I'm really excited to be a Jet. Haha, all joking aside, it's truly an honor to be a Jet, and I'm anxiously looking forward to going to work with all my new teammates and coaches. He also tweeted, Fireman Ed and the rest of Jets Nation, I'm going to play my heart out for you. Jets, 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 Jets. Donovan, you're not big on Twitter, I understand that. What do you make of these tweets, though?
Let it go. Let it go. At some point, let's just focus in on going into camp and learning a new offense and getting comfortable in the system and being around your teammates. There's no need to keep trying to have the fans behind you and firemen who Ed behind you. Get off of Twitter. Let's go train and prepare ourselves for a great season and get ready to play football. Every time that we look up, it's something that he's reaching out to the fans, telling them, I love you, I'm working hard, I'm doing this. As an NFL player and a veteran in this game, no one cares what you're doing during the offseason. They know you're working hard. They know you're preparing. They only care about what you do on the football field. So at this particular point, get off of Twitter, focus on being with your new team, the Jets, and trying to prepare yourself to be the starting quarterback instead of coming in as a backup. Let's just leave it at that. Every time we look up, it's something about the fans and what's going on with what he's doing here or he's training here. Or let's just focus on playing football and let it take its course.
All right.
Skip.
No, go ahead.
No. I want Skip.
I know you're hurt right now.
Yeah.
I can see you're shocked and offended and hurt.
I'm not.
I can see.
You sound like Ron Burgundy.
That was a good catch. For my part,
a great catch.
For my part, I thought it was harmless. I'm on Twitter, probably too much. I thought it was harmless, much like Tim Tebow is to Mark Sanchez. It was simply Tim Tebow saying, "Hey, I'm excited." It almost seemed like
you've said it 44 times
but
already.
It seemed like right.
We know that.
But it seemed like he didn't even write it. It's almost seemed like a statement on Twitter.
So Fireman Ed?
Listen, I'm with you. Play the game, but I wasn't upset by it. I didn't think it was out of line as much as him having a press conference. That bothered me more than him going on Twitter. That didn't bother me. Just like if I'm Mark Sanchez, I'm not bothered by anybody because, as I told you yesterday, he's not a threat to his job, barring injury or a collapse where the owner says put in Tim Tebow. But he's not going to outright beat Mark Sanchez, and whether he goes on Twitter and caters to the fans or not, it's not going to help his cause.
Donovan McNabb, you of all people, having been what you've been through as a quarterback in the National Football League, early in your Philadelphia days, that you dare to take another shot at Tim Tebow, who had not tweeted on his account for 3 weeks until last night.
I
know you were waiting on this tweet.
I don't
tweet. I don't retweet.
I don't follow. I don't follow Tim Tebow. I don't follow anybody. Thank you. I'm a leader, not a follower.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, shot to everybody who follows anybody on Twitter.
Yeah,
Everybody right now, go unfollow this guy.
I think I just gained about 1,000.
Probably.
Tim Tebow, once again, this points out to me, is the most unfairly over-criticized quarterback in the history of this league.
Negative.
It is relentless on this network, on every network.
Nobody's been criticized as much as I have.
After analyst, after commentator, day after day after day. Whew, he does this, he can't do that, why does he do this? Now you're even criticizing some pretty tame tweets in which all he did was, 3 weeks after the last tweet, he says, hey, I want to thank my Denver Bronco fans for all their support, and I want to say to the Jets fans out there, I'm excited, ha, 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 I'm making fun of myself. He poked fun at himself. I am excited.
So that's great to make fun of yourself?
It's just self-effacing because he doesn't take himself very seriously. Have you ever met him?
I've met him a couple times.
Okay, well, he doesn't take himself seriously at all. He's a pleasure to be around. And I don't know him very well. Jay knows him better than I do. But you're in his force field. He comes off as a pretty good guy, right?
Yep, he definitely has.
We didn't say he wasn't a great guy. We didn't say, he's confident in himself.
Okay, so what was wrong?
What are you tweeting about?
Just a few tweets to say, thank you to Denver, and I'm looking forward to the Jets. What's wrong with that?
To my Jets fans, I'm working hard. I'm going to give you all that I got. You say that
What's
every
wrong
interview.
With that?
You
Okay,
said
but
every
this is
interview.
Twitter. He needs to
I'm a
address his
perfect
followers
example.
on Twitter.
This is the problem right here. This is why a lot of people in the Denver Broncos locker room had an issue, because it's not how you carry yourself, it's the things you say. Do you need to get on Twitter to let us know that you can't wait to get in there and
Wait a
with the
minute.
Jets?
Do you think there's some teacher's pet here, and that maybe that's why there's resentment?
I don't know what it is. I mean, you have to understand, playing the quarterback position, you're going to be criticized, not publicly, but you're going to be criticized in your locker room by the way you carry yourself and things that you do.
Right.
And when you go into a new team with the Jets in a locker room that's already in disarray.
Right.
And now you're tweeting to the fans, I'm going to give you all that I have. What is that saying about the people in the locker room? Talk to us. We're the ones that's lining up with you.
I would think they would want to hear that.
What?
What's wrong with that?
They want to hear it on Twitter about Fireman Ed?
I'm
had
happy to be a part of the Jets.
Revis in here.
Jets.
I think they're more about the show me, don't tell me.
Yes.
You are picking this kid to pieces.
No, I'm trying to help this kid.
You're jumping on every little thing.
I'm trying to help this kid.
That's unbelievable.
You think Peyton Manning's going to get on Twitter and say to my Bronco fans, I'm going to give you all that I got? Go Broncos.
Don't look for that.
I don't know.
That's my
not
point.
Peyton's way.
That's my point.
Neither, it's not Tom Brady's way either.
No.
He's got a point.
I'm trying to help
You know
this
what?
kid.
Look, we've got
I've
one
been
of
playing
Skip's
13
followers.
years in the league. This might be his 3rd year in the league, 4th year, whatever it may be. I'm trying to help your career. Get off of Twitter, focus on football, and win football games.
He didn't say anything.
No, it's not just Twitter.
But he didn't.
It's the whole thing.
Oh,
It's the
give him a
whole thing.
break.
I think that's
this is outrageous.
I'm trying to help
You know
him.
what? After what you keep calling him a backup quarterback, if I took his accomplishments and
He's
put him,
he's the backup right now.
Wait a second. If I took his accomplishments from last year and I put them in a vacuum and I said player X did this, and you didn't know Tebow, you didn't know religion, you didn't know background, you didn't know Heisman.
Don't go into religion.
Okay?
Don't go into
I'm just
religion.
saying, there
Yeah,
are a lot of
don't go
people
into
do.
religion.
They can't see past it because he does wear it on.
I wear it on my. I wear it as well. I wear it as well.
If we didn't know who it was.
Well, see, you resent that.
No, I'm saying I'm not expressing my religion to anyone.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is we're football players.
Okay, now you're saying the Denver Broncos locker room didn't like him. Do you know that?
I said a lot of the people in the Denver Broncos locker room had a problem with a lot of the attention that he was receiving.
Yeah.
And they were getting overlooked of everything that they were doing.
You know what
That's
had
part
happened?
of the Jets' problem.
Yeah, you know what had happened before he took over? As I told you yesterday, in their previous 31 games, they were a bad football team, 7-24. They were 1-4 when he took over, and they want credit. Okay, who was the catalyst last year? Who was the most important change that the team made last year?
Von
Oh,
Miller.
please. How did they go 1-4 with Von Miller?
Teams get better.
I mean, wait a minute.
Do we need to go over how many games they
Do you
won?
realize Kyle Orton led the league in interceptions in the first 4 or 5 games?
Okay, so then what happened?
Phillip Rivers took over with the most interceptions.
No, Tebow took
The reason
over. That's
Tebow
what
came
happened.
in was because they turned the ball over and they put the defense in a bad situation. You're not going to go to that fact, but then when Tebow comes in and don't throw a lot of interceptions,
even Elway, who would give him
now
no
the
credit,
defense
said
can
he
go out and get 3 and outs, while
Elway
their
said-
offense was getting 3 and
Elway
outs.
said he changed our whole culture of our locker room. He changed our
Of course, because everybody starts talking about the Denver Broncos. You talking about Tim Tebow on SportsCenter every day. So now you're talking about the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Everybody has that confidence that they can win
But-
because they were doing it. But they weren't getting the credit they deserved on the defensive side.
Yeah, but you give him no credit. He had
I didn't say I didn't give him
He
credit.
had 6 fourth-quarter comebacks. That's unbelievable.
By itself?
Yeah, I mean, he
Okay.
was making the
Okay.
plays. No, the offensive comebacks were because of him.
So
he
the
made all the
defense didn't
plays.
get him the ball back?
Well, you give him no credit.
I didn't say I didn't give him no credit, but he doesn't deserve all the credit. Just like you ask him about it, he's going to deter the credit to everyone else.
I agree. But he doesn't deserve you taking shots at some harmless tweet.
But you started to say something earlier. I just want to get this one. I think I know where
Please
you're
do.
going. You started to say something earlier, Skip. You said if you took his accomplishments and you didn't know anything about it, you didn't finish. What?
Yeah, and you put him in a vacuum and said it's player X. You don't know who did this. And I showed you that he took over a bad football
Are we
team.
just talking about wins and losses, or are we talking about his stats?
Well, just what happened. That all of a sudden this quarterback takes over and they win 7 out of 8. Then they go 7-4 in the regular season and they win the AFC West. by hook or crook, they win the AFC West. Then they win a playoff game against the then number 1 ranked defense in the National Football League.
How would we be looking at it?
Yeah, if it was somebody, and by the way, these starts all came in what was still his basically rookie year because he'd only started 3 the year before. So it's in his rookie stint of starts. And if I threw in the fact that the GM and the head coach didn't like this quarterback and didn't want him.
How do you know that?
Yeah,
Well, didn't like him.
Like, really?
Everybody likes him.
Come on.
Come on.
Everybody
They
likes
despised him.
Tebow.
I know for a fact. I know they wanted him out. They just traded him.
They might have wanted the hoopla gone.
Right.
But everybody
traded him.
likes Tim Tebow.
I just-
They couldn't wait to get out from under.
I just told you.
No, well, as a
they
player,
were
obviously.
excited about the attention the Denver Broncos were receiving. No one talked about the
Okay,
Denver
answer my
Broncos for
question.
the last 5
Player
years.
X in a vacuum.
Okay.
Don't put wins and losses. Put his numbers.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Put his-
all of his
not-
stats.
You
not-
put
I would-
all his
no.
stats. Don't just shake it up and throw wins and losses.
Wins and losses.
Let's do
So here
forget
we
wins
go
and
again.
losses. Put his stats.
Let's forget about the wins and losses.
No,
they don't
no,
really
it's a team.
matter.
No, that's not nobody said
No,
that.
I didn't say that.
No, but
Can I
you
say
can't
this?
forget about the completion percentage and
Wins
all
and
the numbers.
losses.
Okay,
either.
I'll give you these numbers.
worst
I'll give
stat
you
you
these
can ever
numbers.
throw out. It
Over
is.
that stretch,
Don't do that,
he goes
because you talk wins and losses.
14 touchdowns to only 6 interceptions. I'll throw that on top. I'll give you those numbers. Now, what do you say about that quarterback? Did he have a good year?
What about completion percentage, yards per reception? How many times a receiver
let me throw this in. That quarterback changed the offense, and it became the number 1 rush offense in the National Football League because he was running the spread option.
Because
Did
the coach that
factor in?
didn't like him adjusted his
No, he had no
game
choice.
plan.
He had no
Changed
choice.
the
He did it.
offense.
He did it.
Who did it?
Tebow did it.
He changed the offense
No,
himself?
no, it's the one he had, and it wasn't a dramatic change. You're just still putting him in the shotgun with the running back. beside him.
No one that John Fox coached ever ran that offense.
Yeah, okay.
At least give credit to John Fox and the offensive coordinator to even running that offense.
Okay, but-
that no one
Egos aside.
Yeah, I'm telling
Do you know how many times he was under center in a game?
I mean, does it matter?
Yeah, it mattered to me
think
because
they
he
were
was
trying to
being
win games.
misused.
They were trying to win games.
He was being misused.
Can you give him credit?
His
At
coach
least
said
give
he
John
was
Fox and John Elway some credit.
Nobody, no, I don't. He's
Not much.
Skip, I just disagree.
He won in spite of them.
I disagree with your
Okay.
original point that he's the most over-criticized, unfairly criticized. I think
I am the champion of that.
he's outside the last dragon. I am.
Yeah.
It's not.
No,
that he's-
I am actually.
It's not that
now that I
he's
think
being,
about
it's
it.
not that he's being unfairly criticized. It's that some of us just choose to view it and keep it in perspective. Okay, and
Right.
understand this is a team accomplishment what the Broncos did last year, and he didn't single-handedly rescue this franchise last year. Okay,
I think he was the biggest reason. Is that fair?
that's debatable. But I'll you know what?
Yeah.
As an olive branch, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But don't say he's the most unfairly criticized guy.
Oh, it's just relentless on this network. It's every day.
No, it's
every
stating
day.
facts. You
But now
find
we're
stating
even
facts offensive.
we're picking apart his tame.
Initially, I thought it was
tweets.
harmless.
Well,
I
now,
understand
I'm
where
trying
it's
to
coming
help
from.
him. Trying to help him last in this league. Are you going to see Tom Brady, Drew Brees? Are you going to even see Peyton Manning get on a tweet and say, "Hey, look, Bronco fans. Hey, look, Aaron Rodgers. Hey, look, Green Bay. I'm working hard right now. I'm gonna get us back to the Super Bowl."
You don't like
No.
celebrity backups. That's what it is. That's what it
Don't
comes
start
down to.
that. Don't start that. Don't start that.
No, I think
what
Drew
I'm saying
Brees
is,
would do it. I don't think the other guys are even on Twitter. I don't think Peyton or
No, but
What
that may
happened?
say something.
My point
That may say
exactly.
something about it. I
My
mean,
point exactly.
Okay.